Just don't hold back. This is white and black, 'cause I want it all. Can you give it all to me? Just let go. Let's not take it slow, 'cause I want it all. Darling, give me all your love, love. Give me all your love, love. Darling, give me all your love. Darling, give me all your
Dear friends, good afternoon. How well can you hear me? Whether are we all ready? Yes, it seems that we are all ready and we can start. Great. Once again, my greetings to all of you to our today's webinar. Hopefully you can hear me well and connect it on time and didn't miss the start, as we always tend to say quickly, straightforward, subject matter, and a lot of new updates for you I've prepared. Next slide, please. My name is Maria Antonenko. I am living in Moscow, Russia, and in new group of companies is responsible for blockchain technology introduction in our business, as we started the CRU program 1.5 years ago, and my knowledge on blockchain and cryptocurrencies was found very useful. I'm so lucky every day to apply my knowledge in practice and make our ecosystem, our unique blockchain, perfect and better every day. I have 20 years of experience as the financial director. So actually change the slide, please. and the era of cryptocurrencies caught me up in 2016. And look, compared to other people, I have had 4 years experience in crypto industry, and I received my training in the Moscow State University in Russia. And my major was legal aspects of cryptocurrencies, how to prepare everything from the legal perspective to be compliant with the regulations of the regulator and for the companies to feel safe and secured. As you know, thank you for your feedback. I read in the chat, as you know, we planned to issue our crypto unit token based on Ethereum-based blockchain. And we did it on the 15th of January 2020, but we noticed that Ethereum blockchain is very slow. At that time, we had 460,000 accounts, 2 months passed, and synchronization with Ethereum-based blockchain was a failure. Transactions were very slow, and to speed them up, we had to increase commission. The commission set initially was 25 cents, and it was not enough to synchronize all our data buys with that blockchain. And then in February, we decided we need our own blockchain because there are a lot of us as users, and ahead we are looking forward to huge, to high accomplishments of our partners, and therefore we ran a tender to develop our own blockchain. And it is based on EOS program code. There is such coin, and we used their open code and made our own, produced our own blockchain. Now it is on 4 servers located in Germany and the Netherlands, and you can access them through cloud. So what makes our blockchain different from Bitcoin blockchain? Look, to generate new Bitcoin, a producer of these Bitcoins, they are called miners, are to work, meaning computers are to do some computation to find the code to this Bitcoin, which will be awarded. And today, for 1 block, an award of a miner is 6.25 Bitcoin per each block. How much time does an average miner spend to earn this block? From 30 minutes up to 1 hour, when the network does not have a lot of load. So it could take actually 15 minutes to produce 6.25 Bitcoin. And this is called issuance. Not everyone from the launch managed to produce 21 million Bitcoins. They are produced proportionally. In the first year, there were 50 Bitcoins in a year, then 25, followed up by 12.5, and now this is 625, which is called halving process. So the halving of the award given to a miner when they mine the block. And we have a similar award called UNTB, and initially we didn't make large issuance. It was limited initially solely for the purpose of opening wallets, and then our blockchain tokens will be produced every half a second. So Bitcoins are produced every 30 minutes, whereas in our case, every half second. And the speed of transaction will be about 10,000 transactions a second. as each block is validated quickly in half a minute, half a second. And as you see from this slide, we plan to have 21 validating nodes. They are the server, the computer, to be maintained by a person. He actually monitors the continuous access of this computer to the high-speed internet to prevent the cut down of the power, and therefore we need 21 nodes or servers for them actually to support and help each other. But it's not the final number. In the future, such aids, we may have much more nodes, and these are the computers requested and needed, which the company will service from the start through our programmers and those people who will be trained in autumn time, in November or December to be exact. There will be the training for our future validators, those who have sufficient knowledge to actually accompany the operation of this node. The training will be provided a bit later. And there is another drawback. Most blockchains are the following, that the commission of a network is in the coin you send. To say, I need to send 0.001 Bitcoin, whereas the commission will be 0.005, meaning that commission, network commission or charge could be higher than the amount I'd like to send. The same applies to Litecoin or Ethereum-based blockchain. There is this network charge, and it's not actually a good idea to send a small amount, as the commission will be higher than the amount transferred. And therefore, we made it sure that the commission from the coins and tokens to be transferred will not be charged, with the only thing to note, that one thing that will protect our blockchain from hacker attacks is the purchase of the computation capacity by UNTB through UNTB tokens. And based on our blockchain, we can issue other tokens or coins. Like on Ethereum-based blockchain, they have a lot of different cryptocurrencies that are called standard ERC20. Everything produced on Ethereum-based blockchain, different currencies, including digital US dollar teaser of the standard ECR20. So there is the relevant standard Omni. And similarly, on our blockchain, we can issue other cryptocurrencies. And look, quite recently, I used Crypto Wallet to send these teasers, digital US dollars, to Bitcoin-based blockchain Omni. And if you want to transfer 100 US dollars, the commission is to be paid in Bitcoin, as this token is issued on Bitcoin blockchain. And I had a digital US dollar teaser based on Ethereum. If you want to send 100 US dollars, pay a commission in Ethereum. I believe it's not convenient. Actually, Omni is a Tron, but Omni is a wallet based on Bitcoin-based blockchain. Maybe you mischange something. I'm talking about the digital US dollars, which is on this standard. And look, I found it inconvenient when I sent $10, whereas the commission is $3, whereas Bitcoin value today is almost 11 US dollars, and even particles of Bitcoin makes a lot of money. Therefore, in our blockchain, when we send to each other or in our exchange, the commission for the coin transfer will not exist. And this is a great advantage compared to other competitors. And therefore, we believe that many third-party companies will be pleased to move to our blockchain. Next slide, please. Now, we've launched an observer explorer, and there you can see synchronization of your CRUs with your back office. Yes, quite often it may not be displayed real time. Synchronization is not carried out real time as soon as you receive your crypto units in your back office. This is because our main server, where our back office is located, could be occupied by programmers, a new product is connected, or some discounts are released, and there is no single moment or immediate instant synchronization. It's great that you monitor your entries in your back office and in blockchain platform, and to monitor your balance in blockchain, enter back office section portfolio, find your CRUs, and there you will find a link, office mycryptounit.com share briefcase. From your portfolio, by following a link, you can go to your account on blockchain. Many of you ask why my blockchain account is called differently, in a different way from a blockchain account. Look, this is the encrypted code blockchain by the accidental figures, and this is your ID of your wallet. In case you used any Ethereum wallet or Bitcoin wallet, you can see that generally the wallet starts from 1 or 3. Ethereum, the name of the wallet is 0 or X. This is the name of your wallet. It's anonymous. And similarly, in our blockchain, these figures, digits, and letters indicate the address of your future wallet. And in the near future, to your back office, we will display your links to go to your wallets, wallet.cc. Now this page is closed temporarily. So if you go there, you will see the notification, technical maintenance, but the wallets are ready. The only thing which prevents us from giving you the keys to access these wallets is the external exchange. Look, we are to benchmark or to find the proper time to give you the wallets, to make sure that on the same date there are several events happen. The launch of our tokens on the external exchange, provision to you keys from your crypto wallets for you to send tokens to the external exchange, and the launch of the issuance of UNTB tokens. Yes, we want it to devote all this to the anniversary of our company. I know the Presidential Council and our CEO actually pushed me to make it earlier, on the 15th or the 17th of September. Let's launch everything on that date. Quite likely it will happen, but there will be some test access first, some test regime, firstly accessible to the Presidential Council and Global Leadership Council, and then at the edge of the next anniversary of the company, there will be this massive launch. So these are the updates about the UNTB token issuance and the external exchange. We will prepare a manual of how you can avoid the risk of losing your passwords, and as well for those who actually cannot be fully reliant on their memory or your old computers. You may write down this 12 digits somewhere, character somewhere in paper, and then you risk to lose it. There will be a mechanism. You can tick I trust the company in case I lose my 12 words. I trust the company to restore my access. The closed key will be kept at the company's server. But for those with good experience of working with cryptocurrencies, you will be fully responsible for the security of your closed key. I know when I run my webinars, the young people, I see something in the chat, there is someone writing, for me to avoid losing my 12 words, actually, I wrote them down in the opposite side of the wallpaper. So they are sticking out a little bit from the wall. And he wrote down these 12 precious words and glue it back. And in case some robots break in and will look for a notebook with these secret words, it will never come to their mind that he has these words from the rear part of the wallpaper. So this is a genius idea. You will never forget, you will never lose, and it is kept in secret. This is life hack. Next slide, please. Our blockchain tokens. Crypto unit, you all know it, that it is our share in the global investment portfolio. This is a digital share, 80 billion shares issued, and for this amount, 80 billion CRU tokens issued. And many of you do not understand clearly what UNTB token. Many may not even pronounce this word UNTB, but I advise you to call it technical unit. Unit token blockchain. So then it's easier to pronounce it. Technical token of our blockchain. And USDU. It's difficult to pronounce this abbreviation, but you may call it dollar unit. US stands for US dollar, and unit is 1 unit. So why do we need our own stable coin in case we have USDT, USDE? So the digital dollar is circulated a lot on the market, and many cryptocurrencies are very satisfied to change it into fiat. Why do we need our own USDU, a unit like US dollar? Simply for the purpose of avoiding paying a commission to other blockchain. In case in our commission there is no in our blockchain there is no commission, why should we use other teasers? We will use our own US dollars. And in the near future, there is massive work, intensive work to register a company in Switzerland, to gain a lot of licenses required for the payment system. As soon as the first steps are taken, after step 2, the first one is opening accounts in common banks, and in some countries getting licenses for our operations. And the second step to take is to enter into an agreement with any Swiss bank. They will be called custodian banks. Switzerland is a crypto-friendly country, cryptocurrency-friendly country with many years experience. So live common US dollars are kept on the balance sheet of this custodian bank, and backed by these US dollars, we issue USDU, meaning that each USDU will be backed either by digital US dollars, teasers, or live fiat US dollars. And through the exchange or through the cryptocurrency, which we have as our plan as well, our blockchain wallet will have a number of other issuance. So it will depend on the consent of the bank we are negotiating. And inside this wallet, you can transfer USDU into Fiat. These are our plans for the next few months. Not few weeks, but few months, because then you will torture us.
And lots of attention should be given. And I would like to draw your attention to the fact that we have also UNTB, which is a technical or utility token. I guess not all of us are clearly understand the value behind the utility tokens. So just imagine that you have a phone and all of a sudden you ran out of memory, storage memory. I'm sure all of you ran into this situation. Some of you decided to change your phone. Some of you started cleaning the memory, like deleting pictures, videos, etc. But the smartphone tells you anyway, insufficient memory or insufficient storage. And all of a sudden, your WhatsApp Messenger stores so many pictures and videos that this small application, WhatsApp, occupied the entire storage space. And you cannot remove or delete uninstalled the messenger because you have lots of valuable information there. The correspondence alone is very valuable. So what you should do, you either buy an SD card, those small memory cards, you put it into a specific slot in your phone, or you change the telephone model and you extend the memory storage space, like in computers, 0.5 terabyte or 1 terabyte. Sometimes telephones have such extensive memory. And this function of providing lots of storage space is performed by our UNTB utility token. When you open your crypto wallet, you will have 10 UNTBs credited to your balance. 10 UNTBs, utility tokens. They are there already. If you go to the Blockchain Explorer, you will see that you have 8 tokens. Those of you who regularly visit my webinars sometimes say, you promised 10, yet you gave us 8. How come? I clarified this issue with our programmers. Yes, guys, 8. It turns out that those 10 UNTBs were issued based on a leasing method. They were like leased to you. It's proof of stake. And 2 tokens have been sent away to ensure the memory. So 10 were given as a reserve, of which 2 tokens went to pay for that memory storage space. So when you open let's say that 1 token is 1 kilobyte. So somewhere memorize it in your head that my wallet today has 10 tokens, which means I have on average the storage space from 10 to 16 kilobytes. So 16 kilobyte in tokens equals 0.625 UNTB per kilobyte. In order not to overburden myself with complex math, just remember 1 utility token equals 1 kilobyte. So what 16 kilobyte means for those of you who are not computer savvy and don't know anything about computers and memory. If you go to your computer of your children, grandchildren, husband, wife, whatever, just on the page, go to the files they have, and you'll see that in the properties of each file, you can see the size of the file. And for example, if we take a Word file for 2-3 pages, will occupy 16 kilobyte. So those entries that are in that file on that page, sorry, not 2-3 pages, 2/3 of the page. So this is the entries of your crypto wallet. Sometimes you send your tokens to someone else, or receive your dividends, USDU, or receive a loyalty program bonus. All of it are entries into the blockchain, as if messages in WhatsApp. So imagine that each entry in your cryptocurrency each entry is like a WhatsApp message. And as soon as your 16 kilobyte are occupied or used up, you need to buy more UNTBs. Maybe you will use it in half a year, maybe in a year. What if you're a trader? Then you will have lots of transactions going through your wallet. You will need more UNTBs. And the secret of our blockchain, and not only our blockchain, but EOS blockchain, which served as the foundation for our blockchain, the source code, while you're using your wallet and you need that capacity or storage space for you to be able to send something across the network, you will have to keep those UNTBs in your wallet. You won't be able to sell them when you need to use your wallet. When you stop being active, like sending tokens, receiving tokens, then you can sell UNTBs back into the market and keep a small part, like 10 UNTBs. But while you're actively using blockchain, you need to have lots of UNTBs to be able to have that reserve. So look, how those UNTBs are going to be produced. The company kept even less than 10% of the entire issue. So overall, it's 23 million. Right now, it's 723 million. And we have more than 700,000 live accounts. So if you give 10 UNTBs to each, it's already 7 million. The more new users we have, the more UNTBs will be debited from the first issue account of 723 million. So when further emissions or issues occur, then every second we're gonna have 40. So every half a second we're gonna have 40 UNTBs, which means that we're gonna have almost 80 UNTBs every second. And I made a table, by the way, and it's quite big, but I'm gonna make it shorter for you to see what I got. So in month 1, when we're gonna have the issue of 40 UNTBs per half a second, in the first day when it occurs, we are going to have 6,912,000 tokens, UNTB tokens. In the day 1, almost 7 million tokens will be produced by our blockchain in day 1, on day 1. How they're gonna be split? 95% of all the issued tokens will go to those people who will stake their crypto units on our blockchain. So imagine a situation, just for a minute, okay? That you wake up, you're the first one to wake up on the planet Earth. You see the news that the issue of UNTB started, and you can download your wallet, click on stake, and send your crypto units to work for them to earn UNTBs for you. And everyone else is sleeping. Imagine that the entire planet is sleeping, and you got your hands on 6.5 million of UNTB tokens. Even if they cost 1 cent each, it's what? It's $65,000 per person. The first person who wakes up and stays up for 24 hours and the rest of the planet is sleeping. Some people say, I'm now gonna lose my sleep. I will be keeping watch. Well, of course, you cannot be the only person awake on the planet during day one. It's impossible physically. So all those people who will join staking on our blockchain will share those issued tokens across themselves, among themselves. Of course, the more tokens you put on staking, the more UNTBs you get. It's like voting shares in a shareholders meeting. So you bought like a package of crypto unit shares. You are a legit shareholder of the company, then you get all the privileges. Some guys are writing in the chat, those who will be the first will take it all. Guys, you must understand that, especially if you're an elderly person, like a senior citizen, and you don't know how to operate a computer. But guys, being in this program already tells a lot about you, because there are people of average age and young people who go to their work every day. They're living like in with their eyes not closed, but with a tunnel vision. You know, they look only forward without looking around. They never participate in such projects. They never participate in cryptocurrency related projects. Yet you, even if you are a senior citizen and you don't know anything about computers, but you have even a small share in our crypto unit program, you already have a wonderful opportunity to receive UNTB tokens. And the issue of 7 million tokens during day one, it's just a 1 day worth of tokens. But in 1 month, the blockchain is gonna produce 207 million, of which 95% will go to those people who do staking on our blockchain and put their crypto units on staking. 196 million tokens. Even in dollars, if we take it at 1 cent, it's $1,969,000. It's almost $2 million per month that are going to be spread across all CRU holders who will put their crypto units on staking. We are 700,000 people, and $2 million, if all of those 700 people will put their CRUs on staking, those $2 million will be spread across all 700,000, but not all of the 700,000 will do it. Someone will sleep late. Someone will miss out on their opportunity. But there are people who are still don't have crypto units, not even one crypto unit. You are saying, I'm a retired person, I have a small package, but there are thousands of people, millions of people that don't know that they can register today, go through the verification, and get their free crypto units. They don't want to do even that. I remember one woman during the webinar wrote me, I made a gift to my sons. I bought them $250 worth of CRUs. They had 10,000 CRUs in their back offices, and they don't give me my passport back. They don't give me their passport. They don't want to be verified. And those are like adults, 20, 30 years old, and they don't believe their mother and they don't want to get verified. To get this wonderful opportunity just to put their money under the money rain, their hands under the money rain, you know, cash rain. But we need to convey this news to our friends and relatives and tell them, guys, imagine that today is the 1st of September, 2010. Satoshi Nakamoto posted a letter in Facebook. Only 30 people responded to that letter. Yes, they said, he said, yes, I want to make blockchain, some kind of Bitcoins. How many users are there of Facebook? And only 30 people responded to his publication. They joined Satoshi. It's a nickname, of course, pseudonym, but they started doing something on their computers. And yes, indeed, for the first 2 years, Bitcoins were not worth anything, total zero, like 0.00001 or something dollars. And you all know the Laszlo's story, who spent 10,000 Bitcoins to buy 2 pizzas. Everybody's laughing at him right now. But at first, the person was there among the pioneers, but he never realized the value of the Bitcoin back then. And he spent 10,000 Bitcoins to buy 2 pizzas. Now you can get an opportunity to get 10,000 UNTBs for the first couple of hours of our emission. And you can sleep late, miss out on that opportunity and never tell your friends about this opportunity. You can keep it to yourself. But why do we need UNTB at all? It's the access to the memory of our blockchain, at least for us to be able to open our wallets, but also those UNTBs will be used by business owners to make some entries to the blockchain. To conclude smart contracts, you need to spend UNTBs. And I'm not sure whether you are keeping track of the news, but in Russia, a year ago, I think, the state website of public procurement, there were several auctions held for the purchase of Ethereum coins from Sberbank, from VTB Bank, from major Russian banks. A notice was published on the public procurement website that they need a huge package of Ethereum coins. And common users who are not familiar with cryptocurrency, they were surprised. Banks are buying cryptocurrency, so they don't have anything else to buy, to invest their money in. Why don't they buy gold? But for 2 years ago, the program started where real estate information started being recorded on blockchain. So major Russian banks now place their, post their information about the mortgages and loans and collaterals issued on blockchain. That information is now kept on Ethereum blockchain. VTB and Sberbank 2-3 years ago, they weren't able to create their own blockchain 2-3 years ago. We didn't have such specialists, and they had to place their collateral information, related information on blockchain, and they had to buy lots of Ethereum to pay for their smart contracts. And I'm sure on our blockchain, when UGain is launched, and we're going to have 1 million business owners who will want to either store information about their company on our blockchain, or if they want to accrue gift or bonus tokens that will be operational across the entire world. You can have a cup of coffee somewhere in Italy and you still gain bonus tokens. Then you go to another country, to a restaurant or a beauty parlor or a hotel, and they are part of our platform and they accept those bonus tokens and can accrue bonus tokens as well. And you can use those tokens to pay for the bill that you get for staying in that hotel. But for the 1 million business owners to download our wallets, they will need UNTBs. And where they can take them from? From the exchange. Those happy, lucky guys who will be able to stake their CAUs and mine UNTBs. So UNTBs are liquid tokens. They're not locked for any period. They get to your wallet and you can immediately sell it off. And keep a small part for the wallet to be accessible for our blockchain. So you see the model? If you don't want to buy CRUs today and you are a business owner, you need UNTBs, then buy UNTBs on the exchange. And I'm sure that a couple of days after the launch of the issue, they won't cost 1 cent, because we are sensible investors, and we know that this token will be emitted. The total number of tokens will be 8 billion over 10 years. We're not going to sell all of our tokens. We're going to sell piece by piece and wait for the price to grow. And then the business owner will either have to buy the UNTBs on the exchange, or they can buy our CRUs and receive dividends and loyalty program bonuses. To stake those CRUs and receive UNTBs, they need to run their business. And this system is profitable for everyone. It's a literally win-win-win situation. And I would like all of you guys who receive this new information, this new vision of the value of our technical UNTB token, not to keep that information to yourselves and tell your friends about it. And if you are not able to do it, send them the recording of this webinar. The recording will be uploaded to YouTube, and please share this recording with the friends that you wish all the best to. Of course, if you have enemies, don't tell your enemies about it. Let's move on to the next slide.
So here, actually, everything I said above is described in text format. UNTB is a liquid token in short supply. Access to RAM plus CPU plus net of the blockchain. RAM is the memory. CPU is the computation speed of our blockchain. It's like chip or the processor. In the computer, there are outdated processes and computers are slow, whereas there are new processes, Intel, the 5th, the 7th, some advanced processes, and the computer operates quickly. CPU is the speed of data processing. Net is the width of the internet channel. In case you have the internet at home, the cable goes, the wiring goes to your computer, then your internet is good. Whereas in case you use Wi-Fi, then it's quite bad because there are many people sitting on the same one. And as well, our exchange token, our UNTB token, will be used at the external exchange as the exchange token. Like in case of Binance, when you make trade operations, to say you sell Bitcoin with US dollars, then you will pay 1% commission in Bitcoin. But if you buy Bitcoin in Binance and place it in your deposit and put a tick, I want to withdraw my commission from Bitcoin Binance, then you will have 50% discount. We selected the same model when we trade in external exchange. Traders willing to save on the commission to be charged, they will buy UNTB, deposit it at the exchange and get a discount for trade operations. And the issuance of new coins, like in case of UGAI. Here, this is moving to a new internal exchange. You are looking forward to the launch of our internal exchange, and you've seen the news in your back offices that the shift to new internal exchange is almost ready. Now we are testing under the pressure, under the load. There are test boards working that actually simulate huge loads on server to make sure that when we launch internal exchange, the server is not collapsed, is not overloaded. Next slide, please. Now, I'd like to demonstrate to you 5 screens, 5 slides, how our internal exchange will look like. We wanted actually to share the test server real time, but it won't be good for other language groups, because in case I share my screen in Russian, then all the other language groups will not understand the Russian language. Therefore, we made screenshots of these screens, what to expect when the internal exchange is launched. You actually press portfolio, gets to the menu exchange, and you see these diagrams. Many people who will see these diagrams for the first time may be scared. What do these bars mean? Yellow, green, and red. They are called candles. And there will be another tab, the depth of the market. Green indicates supply, whereas green indicates demand. At the top, you will see the amount of released CRU available for you to sell and the number of units you have in your wallet, which is accessible for purchasing. In the left corner, you see the digit 1.15. These are our bots. Bots believe that the good price for crypto units is 1.24 cents, and you see the market price traded. And then there is the maximum price in a day indicated and the minimum price and the amount of transactions carried out in 24 hours. You can select on the diagram or filter it out by 1, 2, 5 minutes, 15. This is for traders more who'd like to understand the trend, to select the proper time to enter the market, but those simply willing to buy and sell, exchange CRU into units and vice versa, they are to go a bit below. So first thing to see in your back office is this diagram. You scroll down your screen, and there, if you use your smartphone, scroll down and go to the bottom. Next screen, please. Next slide. Yes, this one. It's very easy and simple. Placement of exchange orders. In the left-hand corner, where you see green highlight, there is a large part. This is exchange of units into CRUs. Those willing to buy released CRUs, you are to use the left-hand part of this dashboard of the placement of exchange orders. Units into CRUs. In case of the tab market order, what is available in the market, in this slide you see that the best price is 1.30 US dollars. Then you indicate the number, the quantity, 135 CRUs, and place order following price. And the exchange will actually carry out your order following this price. So quantity could be indicated any. So it is not rounded to lots, but there will be a limit that you may not sell less than 10 CRUs, and the minimum order should be for 1 unit. Less than 1 unit could not be used. And there will be limits for the maximum orders. In one order could not be higher than of $2,000 worth. It's done for the purposes of anti-money laundering law to avoid being penalized for trading in millions of US dollars. Therefore, there will be this threshold set of 2,000 US dollars, but you can carry out several transactions. The right-hand corner is for those who'd like to exchange CRUs into units. If you exchange CRU into units, then left-hand corner is of no interest. Don't press anything there. Only the right-hand corner with a blue highlight. You place an order and you see that the best market price is 1.10 US dollars. There will be the difference between the purchase and selling. This actually peak, and the company will not regulate this. So this is the way the exchange operates. The selling and buying price at the exchange is always different. Like at the currency exchange point, today you buy a dollar by paying 71 US dollars, then you change your mind and come back to the same currency exchange point, and you say that now I'd like to get my rubles back. No, it won't happen this way. The cashier will buy the same 100 US dollars, but at the exchange rate of 69. So there will be this difference, and you can indicate any quantity of CRU to be exchanged into. Here I indicated 777 for you to understand that the number shouldn't be rounded, not 100 or 200, so any number you like. And you see the amount in units to receive when you make an order based on the market driven price. So when there is high activity, then these orders are carried out quite quickly. And there is the second tab, limit order, or it is called an order at fixed price. When you don't want now to sell at the market price, you believe that the market price is too low, 5 cents, 10 cents. You are not satisfied with this price, then you place an order, limit order, or order at fixed price, and with your hands manually you indicate the price to say 1 US dollar and place it. And similarly, when you buy, if you want to buy CRUs with the selling price are quite expensive, high, you don't want to buy it at 20 or 30 cents. You want to buy a bit cheaper, and therefore you place an order for the price you find it comfortable to buy. And you go to enjoy your tea or coffee. You don't need to sit in front of your computer. You simply place your order, this fixed priced order, like positioning training. You enter a position, enjoy your life, and wait for your order to be carried out. Next slide. A bit lower, when you place your order, you scroll down and you see my open orders. Generally, the orders at fixed price or limited trading, it is in the status of my open orders, and it will be there in the system unless it is performed or you cancel it. You place an order, a few hours pass or a few days pass, and it is not carried out, then you can terminate, cancel it, and your units or CRUs come back to your balance. And a bit lower, the so-called order books, demand and supply, and you see the availability on the market, the number of units placed in the orders, the number of units that are to be bought with crypto units. And in the right hand corner with this blue diagram, you see the number of CRUs in orders for sale. This data about supply and demand, they are summed up into the order books, not what people have in their balances, but those CRUs and units that are in orders placed, either for buying or selling. And look, an interesting thing to note, there is a line, my open orders, the 20th of August, the limit sale, the number of CRU 10,000 for 20,000 units in total. It was a trial buying. And you see the percentages, 306 and 26%. The status of performance of the order. When the exchange mechanism triggers this algorithm, then it collects from the market all the available orders, matching orders, and this is a large order to buy 10,000 CRUs instead of 20,000 units. This is a large order. Therefore, an exchange for you collects smaller orders for your wholesale buying and shows you a status that 26% of your order has been collected, has been bought. And in case you press without neglecting this percentage that the order has already started to be performed, then it will be cancelled fully, not in part, but fully. Therefore, please take note of this. As soon as it reaches 100%, meaning that your order is fully performed, or vice versa, to say someone is willing to sell 10,000 CRUs at $2 and 7,000 units has already been performed, but he will cancel. So therefore, please be careful when you place a fixed price order. But in the market condition, everything is done quickly. You don't need to wait for anything. Next slide, please. And here we've seen my open orders, whereas here the history of my orders. So you see the market-driven orders or some fixed price orders. It is already in the history of my orders. Let's move on. And you scroll down, there are 5 screens. You scroll down again, but these are different screenshots, and you see all the latest exchanges. This screen covers all the exchanges, my opened orders and the history of my orders. This is yours, but what is below this is the general market. And before you place an order, you may go to the bottom of the screen and see the trends in the market. This is for those who may not read the diagrams. Here it's quite clear that the last order was placed for this number of units to exchange into this number of CRU at this price. And you actually follow the market trends, you see the average price, and you place your order. So this is the lowest, the bottom menu. Don't neglect it. Before you start placing an order, assess the situation in the market. The data is repeated from the diagrams, but in case you can't read them, here everything is quite clear. Next slide, please. Yes, dear friends, I am asking all of you to be very careful while reading these phrases. And now, if you are sharing some feedback in the chat or you watch something else, please, I need your full attention. And this is the note from our company, from the management of the company. Do not be in a hurry to place your CRU exchange order in the first hours as soon as the exchange is on. Particularly, it applies to large amounts. Please be patient. As soon as these functions are on, they will not disappear. Do not be scared that you have access to the exchange for only a few hours. Do not panic. This is a new development, and do not actually be in a hurry to place your order for selling in the first few seconds. Although we do our tests in test server and will do the tests today and tomorrow before the date of the launch, there could be some bugs, some errors, bugs as IT guys call them, that were not traced during the testing process. It may malfunction, but you placed orders for millions. Please be patient and don't be in a hurry, and do not place orders for large amounts. Let this functionality to be deployed efficiently and to prove its efficiency, and let it test itself on other people's wallets. So I will tell my team, my partners, to watch the developments, but don't do anything. The second warning is that we do know that people from many chats write down that people buy out units, and professional traders will do their best to buy orders at a lower price. Thousands of orders with the desire to buy at 1 or 3 cents. And there will be such an impression that no one will be willing to buy at a higher price. And look, in the first days, there could be so many orders for selling, so they could, for buying, they could actually set thousands of orders for buying at smaller price, that the order at a higher price will not even accommodate this order book. And you will see it will be filled out with the orders at a low price. And you, as a newcomer to the exchange, you will say, wow, this is a horrible thing. So they are selling it out at this low price. No, this is the manipulation by traders. They will pressure you. In case you lack experience and you follow this panic and sell at 1 or 5 cents, honestly, I personally believe that even 10 cents is too low. Now we are at the phase when we submitted our documents to SEC, and 10 cents is actually, you will be a lucky guy if you buy it at this price. But what may happen a few days after, when all this hype is over, traders are full with crypto units at low price, and they start pushing the wave, the upsending weight, going up wave. And I'm sure that a few days pass and you will see that the price at the same exchange 20, 30 or even 40 cents, but you sold either at 1 or 5 cents. What will you do? You will write the support team, wow, I am a retired person, I don't have the knowledge, it happened by chance, please cancel my sales. I changed my mind. So a dead person is dead. When I started my first experience in cryptocurrency and entered the exchange, I had 2 Ethereums. I wanted to sell them in exchange of US dollars. While I was exploring this order, thinking hard where to press what, where to set the price I want to sell it. Actually, I didn't manage to understand, and I pressed a button by accident, and then I see, the signal, like a ring, a bell rings, that my 2 Ethereums are sold. I didn't even realize which price they were sold at. I didn't indicate the price. It was my first experience. And it's great that at that time they were sold at more or less good price, but not zero. But I know some cases when people entered the exchange willing to buy either Ethereum or Bitcoin at the good price, but they could not even write the price and wrote down 0.05 and then suddenly pressed something by accident, and this Ethereum were sold almost for nothing, for a penny. And guys, friends, at the exchange, you cannot contact support department with an excuse that I have no skills, I have no knowledge, I didn't mean, please give my crypto units back at 5 cents. Someone else pressed the button instead of myself. It was not me. It won't go.
Just understand, today, this thought, the exchange instrument, is a serious thing. It's not just place an order at a fixed price and go to sleep. The company published a notice board and you didn't like it. You said it took you too much time for the order to be filled at 25 cents. But then you can put it for a week, forget about it, and then we come back, it's filled. If it's not filled, you refresh it. Here, the responsibility lies fully with you. There is no refund, no wind back button. Understand it yourself and share it with your partners, friends that you recommended ever buying CRUs who would like to sell them today, so that there won't be any point writing to the support. We will publish the user agreement where you will read all the terms of internal exchange, that only you has the right to use your back office. The logins and the passwords cannot be transferred to any third party. This is your personal back office. If you say, I'm sorry, I asked my friend, my neighbor, to sell something on my behalf and they sold at a low price and it wasn't me, then this won't be a valid excuse. Before you start an exchange, assess all of your future emotions. If you sell it too cheap, and there won't be any way back. Nobody's gonna refund you anything. Once it's sold, it's sold. And I want you to understand this. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. So this is the best news ever, guys. You don't yet see it in the English slide, in the English slides. This Friday, on the 28th of August, from the 1500 hours Moscow time till August the 29th, 1500 hours Moscow time, we will have Golden Friday. We'll have a small discount for small packages, like 5% for beginner, 10% discount for EAP basic, 15% for EAP primary education, 15% for EAP secondary education, and 20% discount for EAP higher education. And many people asked, why would you buy EAPs even with discounts if you can buy CRUs directly from the exchange? But guys, you cannot buy education from the exchange. And many of our partners come to us as speculators to buy cheap, sell expensive, and then run somewhere else to a project nearby, buy something cheap there, and sell something the same thing more at a more expensive price. You know. But I've been doing investments for quite some time now, and I noticed that people that do not invest time and money in their education, no matter how much money they make, they will eventually lose it. It will simply drain through their fingers, you know, and they will eventually be left with nothing. I remember I bought my first Bitcoin at 3,200, and then I sold my Bitcoin at 19,000. When I tell this other people, they don't believe me. They say everyone bought at 19,000, yet you sold at 19,000. I don't believe you. And I tell them, do you want me to show you my history log from my exchange account, how I sold 3 Bitcoins in 2017 at $19,000? They say you were lucky. It wasn't luck at all, because I studied at the Moscow State University. I studied at the Academy of Private Investors, at the Cyprus Institute of Blockchain. I knew what was going to happen to the market, and I knew why the price in December was so high, because they printed very many Tether dollars. And without the financial education, the CRUs that you buy at the exchange won't bring you any benefit. You buy it and then you dump it at a low price. Of course, for all of our partners, there is going to be a unique surprise closer to our birthday, to our anniversary. I know that in many chats, this information already leaked, and our leaders, the presidents, members of the Presidential and Leadership Council, when they learned about the promotion that we're preparing for the birthday of our company on the 1st of October, they were unable to restrain their emotions. They said, we can't wait. We're going to tell about it everyone, that on the eve of our birthday, you will be able to put on staking even your locked CRUs, guys. You won't have to chase unlocked CRUs. You will be able to stake your locked CRUs. It's not going to be easy. You'll have to go through a special procedure. Closer to the company's birthday, you will know about it. We'll prepare the detailed guidelines. Everyone is writing hooray and woo and superb. Yeah, but it's going to be developed and delivered as a big promotion, because many partners are saying, well, those who joined the project a year ago, they're the lucky ones. What should we do? Wait for the entire year for the CRUs to be released, to be unlocked? We cannot mine UNTBs. We cannot sell UNTBs or CRUs. It's too late, etc. That's why we're gonna make this symbiosis, so that it would be profitable both for the newcomers who are buying EAPs today and CRUs, and to old timers as well, so that all the interest are taken into account. And it's equal grounds, you know, for everyone, both for the partners who have been with us for a long time and those who are joining us right now and will be joining us tomorrow. I see that you are all inspired, guys. Sergey is writing, why did we have to wait for a year and then they get it all right away? It's like table tennis, you know, we switched sides. The newcomers will now say, first they were saying the old timers have it all. They are the lucky ones. They joined a year ago and yet nothing is in store for us. And now we turn the tables, you know. So those of you who joined us a year ago, you are really the lucky ones. Take a look at how many CRUs you got half a year ago for $100, for $200. Today, people spend way more to get access to our knowledge and to our CRUs and blockchain and to all of those opportunities. You're still gonna have the bigger opportunity because your portfolio is bigger. And let me answer the question right away. What about the efficiency of staking with UNTB? If previously we wanted to stake, we could stake only released CRUs, and now people will be able to stake their released and locked CRUs. What's going to happen with staking? If you listened attentively to the first part, then according to this table over here, the number of UNTB is not gonna increase no matter how many CRUs you put on staking. It's about proportion. As we planned, 6,912,000 UNTBs in day one and 217 million per month. The issue will stay unchanged. 200 million UNTB per month. And whether you put only released CRUs on staking or the entire amount of staking, the proportion will change. That's it. But we will give our new partners the same opportunity as we are giving to our old timers. Of course, their package is going to be lower than the old timers. If you go and look at the blockchain observer, you have packages several million worth of crypto units. To now buy 1 million CRUs at 20 cents, you do the math how much money you need. But I think there will be people who will recognize the promises our company offers. We will have institutional investors who will invest $1 million and more into crypto unit. And the proportion of efficiency to return from staking on UNTB will be preserved. Doesn't matter whether it's going to be released only or not. So this scheme works well both with released and locked CRUs. The proportion stays, the value to profit ratio. I hope this is inspiring news for you. I think this is something incredible, right? The news. So please share the recording of this webinar with your friends, with someone you would like to make a gift to. Let them sign up, let them go through the verification and receive crypto units as a gift, or buy them during the Golden Friday promo at this wonderful sale off. But it's gonna be a door opened to big opportunities from poverty to a rich future. This is gonna be a small step, towards brighter future. Do you have any more slides? I see there is lots of good feedback and people expressing their happiness. I guess this is it, right? The only thing that is left is the Q&A section. Nikolai, our tech guy, is there? I think Nikolai went to pay for the VIP Club subscription. Yeah, there are lots of questions I see, but the main question is when the internal exchange is going to be launched, right? So we are testing it right now, dear friends. As soon as everything is ready, we will publish the news. The news is ready too, but it's not published yet. I cannot tell you specifically what day it's going to be. If all the tests are successful, we could launch it even today at night. But we don't want to launch it at night because our programmers are working extra hours, have no weekends, etc. Maybe we'll do it tomorrow morning or on Monday. But we are having regular calls every hour with our IT department. Some of the mistakes have been flagged by our presidents. They received access to the test server. Maybe there were like mistakes in translation, mistakes in the calculations, etc. we're gonna troubleshoot all those errors, and then maybe on Monday, yeah. Well, in the near future, definitely keep track of the news, keep your eyes on the horizon, and it will be available. Now, usually, because guys, if you ask your questions in the chat, so the question is, on what external exchange would you like to, what external exchange would you like to use and when? Well, the name of the exchange is kept secret. We are integrating our crypto wallets. And we're gonna, I think, do it on the anniversary of our company. So the birth of our company is on the 1st of October, just for your information, okay? Stanislav is asking, UNTB is your fee for the sale of CRU? Not exactly. UNTB is buying the computational power of blockchain. If you send 1 million CRUs, then you won't have to pay a commission on that million. You will have to pay 10. You need to simply have 10 UNTB tokens on your wallet for the transfer to get through. It's just an access to the computational power of the blockchain, okay? The staking regarding the 2 years staking on for 2 years. The guy says that he staked his CRUs for 2 years. Should he cancel that staking and do it on blockchain? Guys, when we have the functionality of the wallets ready, we will say that we do not stake. You won't be able to stake your CRUs in the back office anymore. And then a month later, let's say we block this functionality on the 1st of September, and on the 1st of October, all your dividends or interest on your staking will come to you. It will be like a year grace period, and after the end of months grace period, and after the month is over, we will do all the math, and if you stake your CRUs for 2 years, we will pay you the interest pertaining to 2 years staking. If it was for a month, then we'll pay you the interest for 1 month. What do you need to do? What buttons to press to get utility tokens? So we're gonna have instructions for your crypto wallets. You're gonna have a button, stake, unstake, and you will see where your UNTBs are going to be accrued. Someone is asking, what's about the Russian law on the prohibition of the use of crypto? The other way around, by the way. There is a recent law of the Russian Federation which allows to use crypto. The only caveat is that you cannot pay for goods and services in crypto. So Russia does not recognize crypto as real money. They say it's a surrogate. You cannot sell your car or a house for cryptocurrency, but you can buy and sell cryptocurrency. It's like dollars and euros, the same. In Russia, we have ruble as the national currency. And as a company, when you do make a contract, you can indicate the price in USD, but you always say that the payment will be effected in the Russian rubles at the national or central bank's exchange rate. So this new law equalized cryptocurrency to any foreign currency. You can sell your apartment in euros, but the payment will be affected in the Russian rubles anyways. And the same is here. And I see there are lots of questions about the staking in the back offices, etc., etc. We can skip it. When UNTB is going to be launched? We are trying to do it at our company's anniversary. We will test it first and then announce it. the initial price of UNTB will be 1 cent. How it's going to change? It's going to change depending on the demand on the exchange, because the company does not sell the UNTB itself, does not define the price. The UNTB becomes liquid assets right away and will be free floating in the market. And for that to happen, we need to combine 3 events: listing of our tokens on the external exchange, access to crypto wallets, and the start of the emission or issue of UNTB. And it's going to happen at the same time. Someone says, should we close our staking right now? Well, it depends on you. It's up to you. You can do it now, or you can get more CRUs, one month's worth of bonus CRUs. In your place, I wouldn't be closing it. Guys, from other chats, do we have any questions? Italian, Spanish, other chats? We have a question from the Spanish chat, but I guess some of them are the same. How can we buy coins? Whether you need to be a VIP club member to be able to use utility tokens. When are we going to stake UNTBs, etc., etc.? Well, yes, those questions are all the same. We're gonna tell you all about it in September, closer to the birthday of the company. There will be lots of different promotions this September too. We have questions from the Italian chat. So what's the point of opening the internal exchange, considering that we're gonna go into the external exchange? Well, we thought that we would have the internal exchange sooner, so that our partners would try their hand at handling exchange instrument with 2 coins, CRU and UNTB. But yes, because for many people, when we go directly to the external exchange, it will be difficult for many partners, like CRU for Bitcoin, USDD or USDU, CRU, lots of different pairs, and lots of our partners can be at a loss at the external exchange. So if we go directly to the external exchange, we're gonna lose like 70% of our audience. Therefore, we decided to set up the internal exchange, which would be similar to the external exchange for people to try their hand at. Вопрос, будет ли у нас... Yes, guys, you will be able to do P2P exchange, but only with unlocked CRUs. And UNTBs, you can send from wallet to wallet. So 2 people meet, they have an agreement, and they make an exchange. But unlocked CRUs only, okay? And as for the other websites and wallets, you can have the wallets on our exchange, or go to other exchanges. I think there will be guys who will develop P2P exchange points themselves in different countries, as it usually happens with Bitcoin. So nobody actually ordered P2P exchanges. Someone did it on their own initiative. What happens if, with the CRU that are already staked in the back office after the 15th of September? I already answered that question. The staking in your back office will be blocked on the 1st of September. We will give it a month so that all the dividends, all the interest is paid to the people who staked. And on the 1st of October, staking in your back office will be closed, and all the balance will be calculated. And you will receive the interest according to the period that you staked your CRUs for. Do we have to be VIP club members to be able to stake our CRUs on blockchain? Well, of course, blockchain has no VIP club, but I guess it depends on the presidential council. Although, you know, it won't be fair, like to give access to crypto wallets to VIP Club members first and then to all the other people. Functionally, it's possible to do it in the back office to delay the access to non-VIP Club members, but we never discussed it. On the blockchain itself, it's impossible. You cannot restrict the participation of people regarding on their participation in the VIP Club. But the time delay with the access to crypto wallets, this is up to the Presidential Council. In your opinion, do we need to understand those charts that you were showing us after we go to the external exchange? Well, I think it's gonna be useful for everyone to take trading training in our back offices. Those who have EAPs that cost 8,000 units, higher education, there is a video called The Fundamentals of Trading. Many years ago, Andre, as a person who traded himself, is talking about all those details. But I think we're gonna invite some really experienced traders who will conduct a training on all those charts, because honestly, I never finished my education as a trader, and we'll conduct an additional webinar for that. So what is going to be the percent interest from staking on blockchain? There is no percentage per se. It depends on the number of people who are going to put their CRUs on staking and on the size of their CRU deposits. There is no fixed interest. The entire issue will be spread proportionally across all the depositors or people who put their CRUs on stake on our blockchain. Our blockchain platform, CRU, will it be trading other tokens as well? Will other tokens be able to circulate on our blockchain? Those tokens that are already on Ethereum blockchain, they can migrate to our blockchain, but with a new issue. So new tokens can go to our blockchain. As for listing in the external exchange, any ERC20 tokens can do it. If you have some reserves of tokens of other companies and they are listed somewhere on other exchanges, then we could look into this type of partnership when their tokens will be exchanged for ours. And you can issue your new tokens on our blockchain, whereas to put tokens of other companies in our wallets is not possible. That's how I would answer your question. Can we exchange UNTB tokens for fiat money? Yes, on the exchange, you will be able to do that. At the webinar that was held in the past, it was said that the ratio between UNTB CRU is 1 to 300. So what's the ratio right now? I never mentioned about the ratio of 1 to 300. We have 80 billion CRU tokens and 8 billion UNTB tokens. But since we issued all of the CRUs right away, all 80 billion, and sell them depending on the demand, the issue of 8 billion of UNTBs will be effected over the span of 10 years. So there is no such ratio as 1 to 300, maybe 1 to 10, but only in terms of the number of tokens. But as for the cost, it will be the market to regulate the cost, to adjust the price. Will we still need Visa or MasterCard to make purchases? Well, of course. At first, you're gonna need them, because nobody said, and we're still like buying food and products using fiat money. You know, we're still in Russia, you need Russian rubles to buy it. And I think in India, the law is the same, that the shops cannot sell their goods, food products and clothes for cryptocurrency. You need to use the local currency. In Germany, for example, they adopted a law that cryptocurrency is money. And today, German business owners can sell their products and services for Ethereum, for example. But we Russians, for example, still live in a country where you can pay either in cash or with your bank card, but fiat money. So we're gonna use MasterCard and Visa for quite some time still. I have several millions of CRUs that I would like to stake, someone says. UNTB that is going to be paid as remuneration, can I sell them right away as soon as I receive those UNTBs? Yes, you can sell your UNTBs right away. And they are not locked, frozen for any period whatsoever. I see there are a couple of questions in the Russian.
Only released CRUs could be sold. Staking is like freezing, and therefore we allow for the future to make frozen, actually, to frozen CRUs. What is the duration of placing CRU tokens for staking to get UNTB? No limitation for this duration, either staking or no staking. You navigate yourself, press a button to stake, and that is done. You can actually terminate your staking anytime, with the only exception that it takes 72 hours to withdraw CRUs from staking under the smart contract to avoid panic sale in case some negative news is released and your CRUs are staked, you read something, you hear some units and you are in a hurry to sell them. It could be done by the competitors, some negative rumors, and to avoid this panic selling, then there is this reserve or limit for unstaking within 72 hours. And quite probably there will be the counter news released and everyone will find out that the previous news was fake, and therefore this unstaking will take place in 72 hours. Do I understand it correctly that 1000 CRU equals to 40 UNTB? No, this is the rough estimate. In case a person puts or stake 1000 CRUs on blockchain, then approximately every month he will get 40 UNTB, but subject to the fact that all 700,000 people will stake their CRUs. These are average estimates, the lowest result, subject to all the partners stake their CRUs, then everyone on average will get 40 UNTB for each 1000 CRU. But this is the rough estimate. What is the difference if I stake 100,000 CRU or 1 million CRU? You will get more UNTB in case you stake more. This is the ratio to be kept. 1 million CRU staked will produce more UNTB. I see that the questions are repeated. Dear friends, this webinar was this day is very busy. This morning we had a training for our leaders on public speaking. we do appreciate the efforts of our translators, interpreters. I am hopeful that you are inspired by our news. I am inspired and excited as well, and everyone in the Presidential and Global Leadership Council are looking forward to all these events, to our anniversary birthday to come. So have a good day and stay blessed. Bye-bye to all of you.